Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you a real pair and a fake pair of Nike Dunk Low Retros in the black and white colourway, which you probably know as the Panda colourway. And I'll be pointing out the differences between the two pairs so that you'll have a few things to look out for yourself when checking if a pair is real or fake. So with that said, let's start the video. So the first thing that you'll notice is that the pair on the left come in a box, and that's the real pair. And the pair on the right that come with no packaging whatsoever are obviously the fake pair. So I know that a lot of fake pairs do actually come with a box, but the things to look out for if the fake pair does come with a box is that it should have this product code here. So DD1391 If it has a different code to that, then the shoes are probably fake. And also, as I've seen on a lot of fake pairs, they have this product code correct, but the text here would be different from this. So it should just say Nike Dunk Low Retro. And if it says anything other than that, such as SB or any other text at all, but has this matching product code, then that's quite a good giveaway that the shoes are fake. So moving on to the shoes themselves, keeping the real pair on the left and the fake pair on the right, one of the first things that you'll see is that when the shoes are side by side, the real pair is a lot more of a smooth shape than the fake pair. The fake pair looks a lot chunkier and the toes a lot bigger than it is on the real pair, as you can see on the left here. Also, if I put them side by side, you can see that the black material on the real pair here is more of a matte finish, so no real shine to it. Whereas on the fake pair, straight away, it looks almost patent in the light. It reflects back a lot, it's a lot shinier. So if I can just put those close up, you can get a real good look there. The fake pair here, how shiny the material is compared to that on the real pair. So something to look straight out for there when getting them out of the box. So looking at the tongue tabs on the shoe, you can see that on the real pair, the tongue tab is a lot smaller, and also the stitching that goes around it is very near to the tag itself. So not much of a gap between the tag and the bottom two lines of stitching here. Whereas on the fake one, you can see that this tab's a lot bigger and that there's a bigger gap between these lines of stitching. So you can almost fit a thumb or a finger in between that gap there. Whereas on the real pair, it's a lot smaller and you definitely can't do that. If we take the inside of the tag as well, using the real one first, you'll see that on the label, it has this text here. So that's the same on both. But this part underneath that's attached says Made in Indonesia on the real pairs. So I'll just get that up close for you there. Whereas if we look at the fake pair, the first part of the text is the same as I said, up all of this here, but the label says Made in Vietnam instead. So clear giveaway there, fake pair, made in Vietnam, or anywhere else other than Indonesia actually. But the real pair should always say Made in Indonesia. So a clear giveaway there when looking at the tongue tabs on the shoes. That point there also leads me nicely into the next one, which is the size tag inside the shoe. So if I just open it on the real one here, it should always be on this inner side of the shoe here. So on the right shoe, just there. And on the left shoe, just on that inside part there. But on the label itself, you can see that at the bottom of the label, it says Made in Indonesia, the same as it did on the tongue. If I'll just get that up close there. And also the product code should match that on the box, so you can just see that there. On the fake pair, however, the size tag says Made in Vietnam, the same as it did on the tongue, so you can just see that there. The product code does actually match, which is good on this pair, but it might be different on other pairs. A lot of that text there is also different to that on the real pair, so if I just pull this out again on the real pair so you can see it a little bit better. This is how the tag should look on all real pairs. So Made in Indonesia, product code matching, all of this text here should be as you can see there. And if it's any different to that, as it is on the fake pair here, then you'll know that your pairs are also fake. Another thing there just to point out as well is that you'll see the label is tucked behind this little bit of material here. So the material on the real pair goes over and the size label is tucked just underneath that. so you can just sort of fold that away there. Whereas on the fake pair, it's just straight onto the material. So there's a little crease in the material where it's planted, but it's not tucked behind material anywhere near the way it is on the real pair here. So a couple more things to look out for there with the size labels. So if we look at the soles of the shoe, keeping the real pair on the left and the fake pair on the right, you'll see that, as was the case with the black leather material on the top of the shoe, it's quite shiny on the fake pair, whereas on the real pair it's a matte finish, so no shine at all. You can just see that when those are side by side under the light there. And also, the Nike logo in the centre of the shoe is completely square on the fake pair to the sole, whereas when I put up the real pair there, in the same position, you can see that the Nike logo leans ever so slightly to the left. So if I just put those side by side, focusing on that Nike part in the middle, you'll see what I mean with the lean on the real pair here compared to how straight it is on the fake pair. So another couple of things to look out for there when checking on the soles of the shoes. When looking at the heels of the shoe, you'll see that they're actually quite similar, but one thing I can notice is that, again, the stitching lines are a lot closer together, so you get 3 lines on the back of the shoe here, and they're really close on the real pair here on the left. And if you just look at the fake pair on the right, you'll see that those are spread out a little bit wider. So that's the only real thing I can see on the heel of the shoe. Something that is worth noting though, that is the case with a lot of fake pairs of shoes that you'll see, not just this pair, is the quality control isn't as good. So you'll get a lot of excess bits of paint hanging over the edge, as you can see there on the sole, and also bits of loose leather and stuff. So if I just grab the other fake one there, you can just see that there's a few excess bits of leather that are on the shoe that won't come away. Yeah, and again, there's little bits of paint that have just carried over onto the shoe here. So yeah, a couple of things to look out for there, not just on these pairs of Nike Dunk Lows, but any shoes, if checking if they're real or fake. If there's lots of excess paint and material, etc. hanging over, then it's quite likely that the pair is fake. One last thing that I think is worth noting is that if you look at the bottom laces on the shoe, so the second lace from the bottom here, and you look in between it, there should be a piece of stitching that runs pretty much in line with those 2 second bottom lace holes there. And then afterwards it changes into this different material that goes into the part of the tongue. But yeah, just that part of the material there where it has 2 lines of stitching, it should be in line with that. Whereas if you look at the fake pair here, it has that same part of stitching going into the tongue, but it's wonky, it's not straight, and it starts in line with the second bottom lace hole. But as it gets to the matching one on the other side, you can see it drops just below. This might not be the case on every pair of fakes, but it's something to look out for because it's obviously on this pair, so it may well be on other pairs that you're looking at also. So thanks for watching, and as you can see from the video, there are a few points that you can look out for when checking if a pair of Nike Dunk Lows are real or fake. If you do still have a pair and you are struggling to authenticate them, then please get in touch with me via the link in the description, and I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as possible. If you could also please like and subscribe, that would help me greatly, as it allows me to grow the channel and also make more videos like this. So thanks again for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.